दोस्तों, स्टॉक्स में आप सब लोग इन्वेस्ट करना चाहते हैं, लेकिन इन्वेस्टमेंट करने से पहले सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है कि आप एक अच्छे स्टॉक को चूज कैसे करेंगे। अगर हम अच्छे स्टॉक की बात भी करें तो बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि बहुत अच्छे बिजनेस आपके सामने होते हैं, लेकिन वो बहुत महंगे होते हैं। तो इसलिए बोला जाता है कि आप हमेशा ट्राई करते हैं हाउ टू फाइंड द अंडर वैल्यूड स्टॉक, कि एक अंडर वैल्यूड स्टॉक को कैसे फाइंड करें पूरी इंडस्ट्री के अंदर, पूरी शेयर मार्केट के अंदर। और जिस क्वेश्चन का आंसर करने के लिए आज ग्रो ओरिजिनल्स में हम लेके आए हैं बहुत ही फेमस यूट्यूबर सीए रचना रानडे को, जो आपको बहुत डिटेल में इस टॉपिक के ऊपर बताने वाले हैं। तो चलिए दोस्तों, कम टाइम लेते हुए मैं जल्दी से आपको लेके चलता हूं सीए रचना के पास, जो आपको आज इस टॉपिक के बारे में बहुत ही डिटेल में बताएंगे।
Amazon. Sale! Oh my god! Yes! Nifty down by 500. Hi guys, CA Rachana Ranade here and I welcome you all to another lecture which is about how to find out undervalued stocks. I'm sure you might have heard this saying from a great investor that you should be fearful when everyone is greedy and you have to be greedy when everyone else is fearful. Especially if I'm talking about the second part, that you should be greedy when everyone is fearful. Can I give you an example? Answer is yes. Which example? The recent coronavirus pandemic which led to a big fall in the stock market. If you were greedy at that time when everyone else was fearful, I'm sure you could have been in a position to understand that there is a big discount which is going in the market. And if you could have found out the undervalued stocks at that time, then you would have enjoyed such a big upturn in your entire portfolio value. But then the whole question is how to find out undervalued stocks. And that's what we are going to learn in today's video. Now let's understand why is a stock undervalued. Okay. Sometimes it happens that there is some news which pops up because of which the stock price falls drastically. But the fundamentals as such don't change. I'll give you a latest example of IRCTC stock. If a news came up late night which said that IRCTC has come up with an OFS, which is an offer for sale, which is somewhere around 1300 something. And 2-3 days before, the stock price had shot up to almost 1800 levels. Now you can imagine there's a big gap in 1800 and 1350. So what happened was that the price terrifically corrected within 1 or 2 days. Okay. Now what has happened? Has the fundamental changed? No. Balance sheet position is more or less the same. P&L is more or less the same. Ratios have not changed. Management has not yet changed. The problem is that the price fell because of a news. Now you have to identify that whether this gives me an opportunity to invest in this stock. Is this stock undervalued? In the previous section, we tried to understand that in spite of fundamentals remaining same, why could the price change? It could be because of the circumstances, right? In this section of the video, we are going to try to understand, could there be a reverse situation where the fundamentals change, but the price might not immediately react to that? And if this happens, again, it could be a great opportunity to invest in such stocks, because ideally, these are kind of underdogs whom others have not yet identified as an undervalued stock. So I'll give you a very recent example for that. Wipro. Because of change in management, how the stock price surged within 4 to 5 months. Now what had happened? The price originally had remained more or less same. Okay, it didn't happen that the price which it is at right now, the same price just shot up in one single day. No, it took almost 4 or 5 months to reach that price. But the management changed just at a particular point of time. Okay, so change in management day versus the current market price, this has almost 5 months gap. And if some investor identifies that, oh, because of this change in management, the market can give a better respect to this stock, and if it identifies this stock, example Wipro, as an undervalued stock, then such investors can see a big jump in stock price. Now moving on from the point where the change in management can lead to a more respectable price for the stock, I'll give you 1 or 2 more examples how the market can give a better price to the stock, right? One more example can be, let's say the fundamentals change because the company actually comes up with a new product. Okay, I can give you an example of Domino's Pizza, whereby if you have seen its annual report, they currently came up, I guess just in the previous annual report only they had mentioned this, that they came up with Chef Boss, a different range in food products. Can I say if this product range becomes more and more profitable, can the same company's share price get a more respectable value? Yes. I'll give you another example of the same company, again in very latest context, Burger King. Right? These two are competitors, right? Both come into the category of QSR. What is QSR? It's a quick service restaurant. Now, if Burger King IPO and Jubilant FoodWorks, both are in the QSR, and Burger King gets a better price in the stock market, okay, gets a better PE, I should say, in the market, then there is a great chance that Jubilant share price will also get re-rated. Okay, only two competitors assume that. I know McDonald's holding company is also listed on the stock exchange. I want you all to tell me in the comment section that which is that holding company which is listed in stock exchange which owns McDonald's, the brand McDonald basically. So coming back to our discussion, which were the two peers? Burger King and Jubilant Foodworks. Burger King got a good PE, but Jubilant Foodworks does not have the same PE ratio right now. So if this claims a good PE, there are great chances that the PE of Jubilant Foodworks can get re-rated. And that's where, when it is here, you have to find out that, it's an undervalued stock we have to invest in at this stage. Well, we did talk about management change. We did talk about introduction of a product line. We did talk about a competitor being listed on the stock exchange. So many parameters we talked about right now. But let's take up one more example. I'm taking an example of Ultratech Cement and JK Cement right now. We are talking about P ratio in the last section also, and in this section also we are going to focus again on P ratio. Well, just in case if you don't know what is P ratio, I have a separate video on that as well, okay? So let's understand this example very carefully. I want 100% attention for next 1 minute, okay? So let's start. Ultratech Cement's P ratio right now is 23.92 and JK Cement's P ratio is right now at 28.77, okay? So which one is getting a better price from the stock market? JK Cement is getting a better price, okay? Some people say that JK Cement is overpriced, okay? But we can look at it in this way. If it has better ratios as compared to its peer, which is Ultratech, that might be the reason why market is honoring it and is giving it a better price. So now let's check out few key ratios which I prefer to check. If I'm talking about Ultratech versus JK Cement, ROCE for Ultratech Cement is 12.35 and JK Cement is 17.09. So obviously JK Cement wins 1 point here. If I'm talking about debt to equity ratio, Ultratech is 0.51 versus JK Cement is 1. Well, I can definitely say that a lower debt can be a good one for those who are a comparatively risk-averse company. So here JK Cement doesn't win the point, it's Ultratech Cement. If I'm talking about current ratio, it's 1.47 and 1.03. So definitely JK Cement is now leading with 2:1. If I go on with the next one, inventory turnover ratio, here Ultratech Cement is 3.58 and JK Cement is 2.99. So it's a 2-2 tie. And if I were to check one more ratio, which is ROE, which is return on equity, it's 17.02 for Ultratech and it's 17.61 for JK Cement. So just by a small margin, JK has 1 year. Okay. Now you can imagine that if all other fundamentals are also not very different, JK is just a shade better than Ultratech Cement, okay? But what is the difference in PE? JK PE is at 28.77 and Ultratech PE is only 23.92. So now there is a great chance that if this stock, which is Ultratech Cement, gets re-rated at least close to its peer, which is JK Cement, there's a great chance that Ultratech Cement can get a better price, and that's why right now I can say it could be undervalued. Right now I took an example considering PE as a parameter. Now let's consider PB as a parameter. Okay, just for your knowledge, there are so many valuation parameters. It could be PE, it could be price to sales, it could be price to book value, it could be EV, EBITDA, so many more. But then it'll take like hours if I start explaining each and every valuation ratio. So right now what we're going to do, like we explained or like we understood PE, we are now going to understand PB with the help of an example. Here what I've done, I've taken two competitors to peers, which is ICICI Bank versus Axis Bank. Typically, I check at least these 4 ratios while I'm comparing banks. The very first one is ROE, which is return on equity. ICICI is 7.92, Axis is 6.67. Who is the winner? It's ICICI Bank, which is having a better. So it's 1 for ICICI Bank. Net NPA ratio, lower the better. Axis is 1.97, ICICI is 3.53. So obviously, Axis scores another point here. If I'm talking about net interest margins, again, interest margin hai ye. Margin is like a profit margin kind of a thing, okay? Here, ICICI Bank is 3.12 and Axis is 3.05. So ICICI definitely wins it up here. And CAR, which is the capital adequacy ratio, for ICICI it's 16.11 and Axis it's 17.53. So 1 more point added here. Now you can understand that it's a tie, 2:2. But then right now if I check the P to B, which is price to book value, for ICICI, it is 2.62 and for Axis, it is 1.97. So if Axis tries to improve one of its parameters, let's take an example of, let us say, NIM, net interest margin. If Axis is able to improve its net interest margin, can I say comfortably that there's a great chance that market might honor Axis Bank's share price at a higher price? Well, I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you have really liked it, don't forget to share it with your friends. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye-bye.
दोस्तों मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि आपको आज की वीडियो बहुत पसंद आई होगी, आपको बहुत अच्छे तरीके से समझ में आ गया होगा कि एक अंडर वैल्यूड स्टॉक को कैसे चूज किया जा सकता है। और आने वाले टाइम में हम और भी ऐसे सेशन लेके आते रहेंगे। तो ऐसे सेशंस देखने के लिए आपने अगर अभी तक ग्रो के चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया तो जल्दी से ग्रो के चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें। अगर आपको आज की वीडियो अच्छी लगी तो वीडियो को लाइक करें, कमेंट करके बताएं कि आपको क्या लगता है कि आपको कौन से स्टॉक में इन्वेस्टमेंट करना चाहिए जो आपके हिसाब से अंडर वैल्यूड स्टॉक है। हैप्पी इन्वेस्टिंग।
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing. Please read the risk disclosure documents carefully before investing in equity shares, derivatives, mutual fund, and or other instruments traded on the stock exchanges.